how I determine brakes wearing thin, I look at the reservoir. You got a max and a minimum. These are the brake lines coming off the reservoir. And if this max min, if the brake fluid is down towards the minimum, that would tell me that the brakes have worn thin. And that's my first inclination that a vehicle needs a brake job. There's nowhere for brake fluid to go. It doesn't leak. It shouldn't leak anyway. So all that fluid is in all of these brake lines that go all over the vehicle. I like using the stop squeal. If your brakes are already squeaking, just take them off, saturate them with some stop squeal, lube up the pins, it should be all right. Alright, so what I didn't like about these rotors is they looked kind of chewed up. You can kind of see, I don't know, just looked a little strange to me with these like scuffs up in here. So, customer just opted to do new rotors. Make sure the steering wheel doesn't lock. You have a 14 millimeter here and a 17 millimeter there. These are Toyota pads. I like to use OEM brake pads in the back. There we go. It took a little finagling, but we got it. Look at that stuff. It's getting light. See the way these rotors were turned or something like that. I just didn't like the way they looked. They seem kind of pitted and just weird, so it's best just to err on the side of caution, get some brand new ones like that right there. What the heck? Okay, I don't know if you could see that, but the pad just set that up there for now. Put this 17 on. Let's see if we can break them. Tighten the hell out of these. Same type of pads. I have this little Toyota 12 millimeter. Threads in pretty nicely. And Old Faithful. That's really gummy. This plastic one, just remember it goes down here. That one feels a little better. Goes up on this one. So just make sure you put those back where you got them. We'll clean those guys off really nice and everything inside. Dang, these things are like seized up in there. Damn. Now putting the new rotors on, you want to clean the surface with brake cleaner or wash it with dish soap. $17 millimeters. Sometimes the lugs don't fit all the way on. In this case they do, so it keeps the rotor away from, because the OEM ones didn't come with it this time for some reason. And I don't know if you could see that little tab right there. Not too happy with that. So I want to bend that back a little bit. See the shape of the pad to match the shape of the rotor. Try to make sure that you do not put any grease or anything on the surface of the brake pads. Bam. I usually never use an impact to tighten these up because I like to feel the torque, and I think these are somewhere about 60 foot-pounds. Brake caliper. You can see how the piston is already pushed in because of the way I make sure you have the right socket on there. And then here we go. Pushing the brakes. They feel great. We're on an incline. Truck's lifted as well. So once we level this out, I'm gonna be full. Put the tires back on and you're square.